at Watkins Glen International for the 9th race of Season 1 of the SCRL Kart Series. The number 88 of Rowan Marmot will lead us to the green flag. Start beside him will be the 21 of Clay Myers. Rest of the starting lineup for today's race. All 33 drivers are here. Raleigh Spurleytube, our points leader, will be starting last. He has a 674-point lead over Sam Oskin. So Spurleytube is starting in 33rd. Oskin is starting 8th. Of course, this is the first official road course event of the season. 9 laps is the distance for today's race around this 2.4-mile oval. I mentioned earlier in the season, Trenton was a road course. That is what some people say Trenton is a road course, but is officially classified as not a road course. It is called a speedway, so it was an error on my part. In the first race of the season, Rowan Marmot, ironically enough, won the pole and led every single lap, and he won for the first time in his career, become the first winner in this series. Marcus Sasachi won the second event at Atlanta. Carlos Rodriguez won the third event at Atlanta. Raleigh Spurleytube won back-to-back races at Indy and Trenton. Michael Brown won the second event at Trenton. Casey Nakata won at Michigan. And Daniel Bouchard won the last round in the second event at Michigan. Bouchard is starting 16th. A very cloudy day here at Watkins Glen. As we hear those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
The first official road course event of the season will be underway shortly. And this will be the only road course event of the season, so if you like road courses, I'm sorry. Doesn't look like anybody's having any problems, which is always a good thing. You want a nice, clean start for these drivers. Only 5 races to go. Spurleytube with a 674-point lead. He's going to have to finish down in points in order for the other drivers to try and catch him. Because that Indy 500 win gave Spurleytube 1,000 points, and he has not looked back since. Of course, he also won he also won the next race at Trenton. So, Spurleytube has consistently finished in the top 10. He has 6 out of 8 races he has finished inside the top 10. So, consistency does win championships. It also helps that you get a 1,000-point victory at Indy, but that could have been anybody. And for those that like Watkins Glen, this is the version, since this is 1979, where there is not a bus stop chicane. So these drivers will just go full throttle off into this turn right here. So that's something to remember. We will not have a bus stop chicane. As the cars make their way down this little backstretch. Rowan Marmot, I mentioned before, won in his second ever start. He had a start on the road course at Sears Point. He didn't finish last place, but he didn't have a good showing. Comes back, wins his inaugural race here in the kart series, and finds himself on the pole for the second time in his kart career here at Watkins Glen. So we'll be looking for another win to try and boost his championship hopes. Pace car will pull in. Pull the belts tight. One more time. We are racing 9 laps at the twisting and demanding road course here at Watkins Glen. There's a green flag. Off towards turn number 1. The 21 of Clay Myers will run on the outside line. But the preferred line should be the inside line as Rowan pulls ahead just a little bit off into turn 1, and he does, and he will clear. But Clay Myers on the outside with a good run. Look at that run on the outside. As he head up into the S's, can he clear Rowan? Not yet. They're still battling side by side. Clay Myers with a run on the inside line. Now the outside, and Rowan will pass on the inside, and there he goes. Check out Spurleytube. Spurleytube has already gained 3 spots since the start. Wow. around Jack Legacy, Ray Dent, and Easton Myers. Battle for second. Here comes Daniel Grachach in the 42, our Atlanta pole winner. Jay Jefferson maintains fourth spot. Here you see Chaka Desk Watcher trying to work her way up into P5. And does around Chase Miller. Chase Miller fighting back on the inside line. Not able to. And off the final turn, Rowan Marmot will lead the first lap here on the road course. And we've already spread out just a little bit. We got battle for position back here. As Al Legacy trying to go around Joe Jefferson. The Legacy family are still not found success here in the kart series. As you see Sam Oskin passing Al Legacy. And does so move Oskin up a spot. And you see Spurley Tube has actually lost the spot since we last saw him. Jack Legacy got back by, but here comes Spurley Tube on the inside line trying to reclaim that spot back. And you see the good thing about this track like this is they can go 3 or 4 wide if they wanted to, as Dylan Ibrahim goes around the 6 of Danny Bouchard, our Michigan race winner. So Bouchard will lose a spot. Here comes Ryan Pritchard, who had a good showing at Michigan, just was not able to seal the deal. He will gain several spots around Matt Boy and Derek Green. And you see Sam Oskin working on Al Legacy. This will be for P8. Not able to. Daniel Grachach is trying to slowly close in on Rowan as here comes Jacka Desk Watcher on the inside line of Jay Jefferson. And she will take over 4th place, but Jay is fighting hard on the outside line with a good run from Chase Miller. Miller goes a little bit wide. Jay does not have the preferred line as Desk Watcher will pass easily on the inside line. So move Desk Watcher up to P4. See Chase Miller trying to join Desk Watcher past Jay, not able to. We got a battle for position back here. Matt Boyd trying to pass Marvon Tamey in the 2. Not able to. And Daniel Grachach is trying to close in on Rowan. The lead is now down to 7 thousandths of a second. Rowan looking for his 2nd win of the season. Daniel looking for his 1st. And then you got Clay Myers back there as well looking for his 1st. And you see Sam Oskin is losing spots right now to Joe Jefferson. This is not good for his championship hopes. Nope. Oskin is able to maintain. Every spot that Oskin loses, he'll lose points to Riley Spurley Tube. As Chase Myers dives on trying to get past Jay Jefferson, but not a serious threat. Lead is now down to 6 thousandths of a second. You see Spurley Tube is currently trailing the field right now. So it's not been a good race for Spurley Tube. He can probably afford to have 1 or 2 bad races, but if he keeps having consistently bad finishes, that could hurt his championship hopes. I mean, 600 points is basically 2 or 3 races, and we got 5 races to go. So this championship battle is not over unless he goes on a winning streak again. You see Al Legacy going past Joe Jefferson. So move Al up to the 8th spot. Our lead for the battle up front has not changed. Rowan is still our race leader. You see Al getting past Sam Oskin. So Oskin goes past Joe Jefferson. He will assume that spot. So move Al up to 7th. Sam Oskin up to 8th. You see Al making a dive on Chase Miller. Wasn't a serious threat, just like, hey, I'm here. Lead is up to 9 thousandths of a second once again. Whoa, as Rowan is having problems, I think. Because it was 9 thousandths. Now Daniel is right on his back wing. Is there a problem with the 88 car? No 33. It's showing 33 is having tire problems. That is Matt McIntyre, but he is not on pit road, at least not yet. Battle for position as Ryan Pritchard goes past Joe Jefferson. That will be for 9th. And he'll be followed by the 19 of David Briers. Back up front, Rowan Marmon continues to hold the race lead in what was a 9 thousandths of a second lead. Is now down to less than 3, I would assume. Rowan must have just got loose on one of the turns, and Daniel was able to capitalize. As we completed lap number 5, we got 4 laps to go. You see Al Legacy trying to pass him, Oskin, not able to. Most of these drivers are battling for position, but they're not really doing much. Oh, you see Casey Nakado making a move on Giorgio Tatsuyami. That will be for 24th. Nakado not able to stay with Giorgio to pass him. I am pleasantly surprised we have not yet had a caution. Normally Watkins Glen is a crash fest, but that's most likely because of the bus stop chicane. And since you removed the bus stop chicane, it is single file. Battle for position. David Briers still trying to get around Joe Jefferson, and does. That will be for 10th. So move Joe out of the top 10. So that means Jay Jefferson right there in P5 is the only Jefferson in the top 10. If a caution comes out at this point, the race will be over. It's been Rowan Marmon this entire race. Let's see who has the fastest lap. That would be Rowan, of course, 1 minute 16.816 compared to Danny Grachach's 1 minute 17.131. He has about a 3 thousandths of a second pace faster than Daniel Grachach. Of course, he's in that cleaner air. And look who is still in last, Spurley Tube. He's got 2 laps to go if he's going to try and not finish last for the first time in his car career. And you see Daniel Bouchard, our Michigan race winner. Not faring too well, but he's still inside the top 20, so he'll gain some points. Not a lot, but he'll gain some points. You see the first 10 are single file. You see Ryan Pritchard make a little peek, but not a serious one. Back for position. Here comes Derek Green on the inside line of Matt Boy. So move Derek Green up a spot. Daniel Bouchard trying to make a move on Mavon Tamey. That'll be for 15th. Daniel Bouchard will complete the pass, so Bouchard will gain another spot and points. You see Ryan Pritchard is going to make a double move as he passes Al Legacy. You've got another battle for position. Sam Oskin around Chase Miller. Lead is 8 thousandths of a second. We got 2 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. And Oskin will not pass Chase Miller. The lead is now 4 thousandths of a second. Spurley Tube still trailing. It's been a very quiet road course today. Very unusual. As Chase Miller stays in front of Sam Oskin. Battle for 3rd. As Sheka Duskwatcher is trying to get around Clay Myers. Trying to get a podium finish here in the kart series. Battle for the lead is heating up. Daniel is right in Rowan's draft, so he's just waiting for that driver to make a mistake. Daniel, of course, is a veteran in this league. Rowan is only in his first full-time season. Off the final turn. White flag, 1 lap to go for Rowan Marmon. Can he make it back? Daniel stand right in his wheel tire tracks. He closes in right in turn number 1. Rowan gets a good run off turn 1. We're going to hit up the S's for the final time. Daniel cannot wait for Rowan to make a mistake because he might not make one, so Daniel needs to attack when he can. You'll have a good shot as you head down this long back stretch. Rowan pulls him by 2 car lengths. Daniel is closing it ever so slowly, but I think it's too late. He makes a little peek. Not serious. He's going to have 2 more chances after this. He needs to be up. He loses a little bit of ground right there. That might have done it. Rowan tries to break the draft. And to this turn right here. Daniel closes in, just not able to get a good run. We've got a battle for third. Not anymore. Off the final turn. Daniel is there, but it's not going to be close enough. Off the final turn. Daniel's making the move, but it's going to be Rowan Marmot winning here at Watkins Glen. And whoa, Desk Watcher did get Clay Myers at the last second for third. Yep. And Daniel tried, but just not enough. Here are your race results. Rowan Marmot scores his 2nd win of the season. 2nd, Daniel Grachach. 3rd is Chaka Desk Watcher. 4th, Clay Myers. 5th, Jay Jefferson. 6th, Chase Miller. 7th, Sam Oskin. He's going to gain a lot of points. 8th, Ryan Pritchard. 9th, Al Legacy. And 10th is David Briers. Rest of your race results. All 33 drivers finished the race on the lead lap. No one was out. And Riley Spurley, 2 our points leader, gets his first kart last place finish of his career. Well, that is it for our first ever road course event here in the kart series. We'll take you to Victor Lane for the 2nd time in his SCRL career with the number 88 of Rowan Marmot. Here are the point standings at the 9th race of the season at Watkins Glen. Riley Spurley 2's point lead was 674. It is now down to 533 over Rowan Marmot, who just won. He gained 4 spots because of that win, gained him 300 points. So Rowan is now 533 behind. 3rd is Clay Myers, 557 points behind. 4th is Sam Oskin, who was 2nd place. He dropped 2 spots. He is 586 behind. And 5th is Chase Myers, 632 points behind. Or excuse me, Chase Miller. 6th is David Briers, 7th is Carlos Rodriguez, 8th is Jack Legacy, 9th is Daniel Grachach, who finished 2nd, gained 6 spots, and 10th is Michael Brown. 11th is Ray Dent Jr., 12th is Chad Myers, 13th is Trey Wright, 14th is Marcus Sasachi, 15th is Chaka Desk Watcher, 16th is Ryan Pritchard, 17th is Dexter Black, 18th is Kristen Russell, 19th is Carol Dent, and 30th is Titus Marchi. 21st is Daniel Bouchard, 22nd is Dylan Ibrahimman, 23rd is Ray Dent Sr., 24th is Casey Nakato, 25th Al Legacy, 26th Jay Jefferson, 27th Derek Green, 28th Matt McIntyre, 29th Joe Jefferson, and 30th is Matt Boy. 31st is Giorgio Tatsuyami, 32nd is Easton Myers, 33rd is Mavon Tamee, 34th is Chris Kyle, and last in points is still Blaze Ibitar. That is your point standings after the 9th race of the season at Watkins Glen. We'll next see you for round number 10 at the Trenton Speedway. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.